What is up, ladies and well, it's been a while. Welcome back to the channel. As you know, I've been busy with stuff like university, and honestly, I'm about to die, and summer term has just started, so yay! 2 weeks rest, and then I'm back into the rat race. I want to die. But last time we left off with a pretty depressing note, as you know, was the whole Ukraine crisis. I made a video about how we shouldn't be saying, oh, Ukrainian women should be sold as sex slaves, because that's wrong. And things have been pretty quiet from there. But I've decided, hey, why the fuck not? I have time right now because my term hasn't fully started yet, so why not make another video? And I was actually contemplating what kind of video I should make, when I remembered, oh yeah, remember that YGZ Taiwan guy that said, I could rip apart your shitty arguments in 1 second because I don't hate the Chinese people, I hate their government, which is not the same as the people, and I could list a bunch of stuff that the government is not the same as the people. And I just wanted to address that because, you know, honestly, I found that kind of fucking funny, how he says, oh, I don't hate the Chinese people, I hate their government. And then afterwards, they start accusing, people like, for example, Guilao60 and Barrett for being CCP shills when they say, oh, I like Chinese parks. And he said that Guilao60 was praising Chinese parks and saying that Western parks were full of, drug addicts and shit like that. And honestly, I mean, if you look at it that way, yeah, it kind of feels like he is shilling for the CCP, even though he's basically stating that as his own personal preference, because you know how you can drink in parks in China. I'm pretty sure that's why he likes Chinese parks. But the point I'm trying to make is that people can have their own preferences. If they have their own preferences, that doesn't mean that they're politically charged. You know, you have your own preferences. You like Taiwan, and then you made plenty of videos that I can actually accuse of being shilling for the Taiwanese government. Because if you look at the fucking titles of your videos, like this one, I should have come to Taiwan sooner, and with a picture of you facepalming in the thumbnail is a Chinese flag in the background, so we can all guess what you're going to be talking about. And Russia has invaded Ukraine. Will China invade Taiwan? Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is my nightmare. Taiwan should never be ruled by the CCP. And oh yeah, this is a riot. Taiwan parks are better than parks in China. You like park, bro? You're shilling for the Taiwanese government. You're shilling for the Taiwanese government, bro. You like their parks. You like their parks better than the parks in China. Oh shit, man, you're shilling for the Taiwanese government. See? Because I flipped your fucking logic right back at you. And guess what, mate? Those videos can technically be counted as you shilling for the Taiwanese government. Because guess what? I'm using your fucking logic, and I'm flipping it back on you. So, you like Chinese park? I mean, you like Taiwanese parks, bro? You're shilling for the Taiwanese government. I mean, that's not even a fucking good example, considering you make way more videos that are actually shilling for the Taiwanese government and Taiwan, which is basically a US proxy against China. You know, it's basically if, I took Scotland and Wales from the UK and then said, hey, you guys are independent countries and you deserve your freedom. You wouldn't like that, would you? You wouldn't like that. Now, I shall address the racism. And while some people say that if you don't like the Chinese people, then you are being racist, I beg to differ. I disagree. I think that everyone can have their own preferences. I mean, you can go and fuck some Japanese pussy and say, I like the Japanese better because anime, wholesome anime country. I don't give a fuck about that. You can like any people you want. You can dislike any people you want based on your own personal experiences. I don't give a shit. I personally do not like Australians. That's my own thing. It doesn't mean that I don't think that there's good people in Australia, but I just don't fucking like Australians. Now, what I am trying to address here is some of your videos, which give me some questionable vibes. Let's, for example, take this one. Dailin, China, 2017. My daily walk to work. I'm underlining the word daily because it will be relevant later in this discussion. Now, let's take a look at this video, shall we? It's only 2 minutes, 38 seconds. I think it's bearable.
My daily walk to work. I'm on my way to work, walking on the road, literally on the road, because there's no space on the pavement. The pavement has now become a car park. So, I continue walking on the road with cars zipping past and beeping their horns, inches away from hitting me. The road suddenly becomes narrow. There are cars parked on all sides on the pavement. There's absolutely no room for me to walk. I walk through the narrow gap. Suddenly, there's a beeping of a horn. A car has pulled up behind me. He continues to beep his horn and he doesn't stop. I ignore it and continue walking slowly. He continues to beep his horn frantically. It's ringing in my ears. He now has my full attention. I turn around and look him dead in the eyes. He motions for me to move, but I have nowhere to go. I look at his angry, wrinkled, creased-up face with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. I raise my arm, I clench my fist, and I give him the middle finger. But this gesture means absolutely nothing to him. I turn around and continue walking slowly down the road. But he still keeps beeping his horn like a madman, and it rings in my ears. I finally find a space on the pavement and slowly walk onto it. The car speeds past me, beeping his horn like a lunatic. Fuck this guy. I continue walking along the path, and I see an elderly lady sitting outside a small shop with a vacant expression on her face. She lifts her head up and makes this horrible, vile, gargling sound in her throat. She tilts her head back down and spits all over the floor. She continues to stare vacantly into the sky. I turn my head and I pretend that I didn't see it, only to catch a glimpse of a taxi pulling up directly in front of me. The driver is a middle-aged man and hops out of the cab. He unzips his trousers in front of me, pulls out his penis, and proceeds to urinate all over the street. I walk around the taxi and through his puddle of piss. I'm almost at work now, and I feel relieved that the walk is almost over. Until tomorrow.
Now, after watching this video, do you have any questions for YGZ Taiwan? Because I have one question. Why the fuck did you think that it was necessary for you to be making this video? Now, I know you're probably just making this video to be like, oh look, China isn't as good as the shill think. See, when you say that Chinese people are cool, you are wrong. Because look at this old woman is spitting on the floor because this is how Chinese people are. And I'm just left wondering, like seriously, why did you think that it was necessary to make this video? Like, I seriously don't understand. It's a serious question for me. I'm not like fucking around or anything. I seriously do not understand why you need to make this video. What, to prove a point that China isn't as good as people think? Fine. You don't like China? Fine. Okay, so, but you do realize that by making this video, you are painting a picture that like, oh look, all Chinese people spit on the ground. Look, all Chinese people are smoking in the road and they spit on the ground, and not like those good Taiwanese people who lick my boots all day. If I like to go to Asia, I would probably go to Taiwan because Taiwan are the good Asians and the Chinese people are dirty, bad Asians. What, does that sum up your argument? Well, isn't that like what you wanted to say? Because as far as I can see, that video has nothing to do with the CCP. Like, unless they're all like fucking CCP agents, then that would actually be kind of fucking terrifying. It would be literally 1984, you know? Agents everywhere. But I seriously doubt that that was aimed at the CCP. So, if you can, please enlighten me. Why did you make this video? I want to know, because I am curious. I don't understand why you wanted to make this video. And finally, I would like to make a response to the point that he made in his comment attacking me, which is I used homophobic slurs or something like that to attack him and Prime in China. Now this one I can't actually refute because this is actually a good point. I shouldn't have made that joke. I'm sorry. I sometimes make cringy, edgy jokes. I mean, like, I don't sometimes do it. I do it all the time. And I don't really mean what I say. But I just wanted to point something out. That's the exact same thing Prime in China. The Prime in China uses homophobia to attack people all the time. Like, such as this one. Which, not gonna lie, Corey has some pretty fucking good comebacks. Oh shit. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, Corey has really good comebacks. But, yeah, homophobia, bro. Anyways, that was the end of the short rant that I had. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to this video. And if you have anyone else that you want to show this video to, not that you probably do, because this is probably like a guilty pleasure to you people, but please make sure to share the video. And of course, I will be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.